Speaking from the loggia of the St. Peter's Basilica before a crowd of as many as 100,000 people, Pope Leo XIV delivered his first Sunday noon blessing as pontiff, again offering a hint of some of the issues that he's likely to focus on during his papacy. The Pope appealed to the world's major powers to stop wars, calling more specifically for an authentic and lasting peace in Ukraine, a ceasefire in Gaza, and the release of all Israeli hostages held by Hamas. He also hailed the ceasefire between India and Pakistan, adding that he is praying for God to grant the world the miracle of peace. Here is our correspondent Seema Gupta with the latest.
It clearly was a very powerful message, a very strong appeal for the end of wars. Never again war, he said. And in fact, he talked about how he was reminded that, earlier this week, the world commemorated 80 years since the end of World War II. And so he specifically mentioned Pope Francis, saying that in a way, what we're experiencing right now is a World War III, as Pope Francis said himself, wars that are being done in piecemeal around the world. And he highlighted the situation in Ukraine, his beloved Ukraine, that he said, as well as the situation in Gaza, in the Middle East. But he also talked about how he was happy to receive news of a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, and hoping that those two countries would also negotiate and reach a lasting peace. So it was very clear, in a way, a continuation of Francis, when Francis had talked about those two particular conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, but he also talked about what's happening in South Asia as well. Pope Leo XIV then went on to greet the crowd, more than 100,000 people gathering in St. Peter's Square and the roads around to celebrate this event. It was the first time they knew he was going to be there for this important Regina Coeli prayer, the prayer in honor of Mary that happens on the fourth Sunday after Easter. And so it was important for people to be there. And interestingly enough, he also wished a happy Mother's Day, because today is Mother's Day, to all those that were gathered there, including those mums that are no longer with us.